preview to our story time at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's in just slightly over 1 hour's time. At 11 a.m. here we'll be. I'm going to tell you a story this morning. I'm not going to give too much away, but I'm going to tell you a story about healing. First of all, about my first patient, my first ever child patient. What a heartbreaking situation that was for me, but also a beautiful story too. I'm also going to tell you a little bit about how it was possible for me to completely and utterly, within the first few seconds of meeting this boy, how it was easy for me to relate to him because of something that happened to me personally when I was about, I'm going to say 10 or 11 years old, and something that was at the time was one of the worst things that could ever have happened to a young, sensitive 10-year-old. But it gave me insight, it gave me hope. Eventually, not at the time, but eventually it was a really good experience for me, which of course at the time that it was happening I would have changed if I could possibly have done. But now looking back at all the reasons why I had to go through these things, I was so grateful to be able to have that knowledge and that understanding and also that empathy. So I don't even know if you can hear me, or if you're seeing this, or if it's actually going out anywhere. For all I know, I'm just sitting here talking to myself, blah, 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 blah. Anyway, later on today, those of you who want to know how to feed a Christmas cake, I'll be doing that sometime later on today. And I'll be showing you, it's so much fun. I should be feeding the Christmas cake, but I shall also be feeding myself as well. But in the meantime, let's get back to our story time, 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And questions. Get your questions in early. We'll do our very best to answer as many questions from you guys as we possibly can. Thank you for supporting me. Thank you so much for all that you, all of your lovely comments and all of the stuff that's that you do for me. You know, if I was sitting here and talking to myself, what good would that do anybody? So I do love the fact I can see you commenting now. I can't see what you're saying, but I can see that you're commenting. So my job is to be that person that the spirit world can use. Somebody said to me the other day, well, you know, aren't you concerned when you're giving people messages or when you are connecting with those in the spirit world, aren't you concerned when your clients come, if you can't help them, if you can't do anything, etc.? And I think people are very surprised to learn that when I say my first responsibility is not to those who come to see me, not for those who seek me out to connect with their loved ones in the spirit world. My first responsibility has always been and will always be to those in the spirit world to make sure that I do the very best job for them that I can do. I am their voice. They rely on me to relate what they are saying, not what I think they're saying, and certainly not to interpret what they're saying or to change their words in any way. They rely on me to be their voice, and I do try to do that. So that's what we're going to be doing a little bit of today. And as I say, I'll see you. Yeah, I might see you before then. You never know, but I'll see you at 11 a.m. This wonderful Saturday morning. I'm in Florida. It's a glorious day today. The sun is shining, the sky's blue with those little wispy little bits of cloud, white cloud about the place. It's perfect. So join me and I'll do my best to answer all the questions that you have. I never get through them all, but I'll have a go and do my best. So I'll see you then. Let me see now. How do I switch this thing off? Oh yes, there's the button right there.